Once upon a time, night descended on the place known as New York City.
You think we should be out here with all that's going on, Jeff? It's creeping me out.
Come on, Liz. You know how the papers blow these things out of proportion. Besides, you got me to protect you.
You do make me feel safe.
Hopefully not too safe.
Jeff? What's wrong?
Alyssa, get help! Please!
Jeff? Help! Somebody help me!
And that's how the police found her. She's in the hospital now, frozen with fear.
Nice work, Peter. Betty. Don't you agree, Jonah?
Yeah, sure. But I need you to keep digging. This thing has gone on for too long. The police haven't got a clue who's behind it. Get to the bottom of it. Soon. And if you can tie Spider-Man into it, you get a bonus.
Guys, I don't have to give you the standard ignore Jonah speech. Do I?
No.
Good. But I also want to make sure we keep clear the sensationalism that the AR papers are playing towards. To say it's a tinderbox waiting to be ignited. Get to the truth. And please do it quickly.
A few minutes later.
So, Betty, are you ready to save the city?
Sure, Peter. It happens every day. Reporters and photographers are always doing what the police can't.
See to it that you do, Miss Brandt. Or I'll have you back-typing my letters faster than you can say web-crawling vigilante.
Wow, he's in a good mood. Never even bothered to take a swipe at me.
Good for you.
Kids today, they have no idea what it means to chase a story down. Not like when I was coming up. What the...
Mr. Jameson, if you please.
If you think I'm fool enough to get into just any long black limousine that pulls up to the curb... Oh! It's you. What do you want, Senator Ward?
You don't seem surprised, Mr. Jameson?
Been in this business way too long to be surprised by anything. Now, what do you want?
It's about this Madman Beneath the City story.
A short time later.
So, what's it like being thrown back into the life of a high-fashion supermodel? It seems like I never see Mary Jane around here anymore.
You and me both. But I'm trying to stop whining about my wife being gone all the time. We'll figure it out. What about things with you and my old buddy Flash?
Nothing to talk about there. This is it. This is where the last attack occurred. Why don't we both canvass the neighborhood, interview people, and see if we come up with anything the police missed?
Dangerous's going wild. Sure, Betty. Why don't you try the next block over? Can't figure out where the attack is coming from. Why don't you go now, Betty?
Peter? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I just think you should get out of here before...
Peter!
Blindsided me. Can't get to her. Blacking out. Betty.
Westchester County, on an estate just outside a little town called Salem Center.
No! You may not go under any circumstance.
Home to a group of genetically enhanced individuals, both hated and feared by the outside world. Mutants.
I know this turn of events is upsetting, Marrow, but you are not a Morlock any longer. You are part of the X-Men
I'm a mutant, Storm. Just like you, Colossus, Nightcrawler, Rogue, and Wolverine. Just like the Morlocks. But you and I both know that the Morlocks ain't so pretty to look at. If any Upworlders go hunting around those tunnels we lived in, they're going to tumble onto the few surviving Morlocks, and then there's gonna be blood spilled.
And you want to ensure that it's not Morlock blood. I sympathize, Sarah, but remember what happened the last time you ran off into the tunnels. You and Archangel were nearly killed by the abomination. Give us time to assess the situation and develop a strategy.
Meanwhile,
Betty.
Peter! It's Mary Jane. I'm here with Aunt May and Jill. You're in the hospital. You're okay, but you've got to rest.
I can't! Betty! Something... it happened so fast. I couldn't... I've got to find her. I gotta help.
You get right back into that bed, young man. You're in no condition to help anyone. The police are doing everything they can to find your friend. What more can you do?
Yes, Tiger. What can you do? You're not Spider-Man anymore, remember? I know you're upset, and that Betty means a lot to you, but it's someone else's responsibility, not yours. Right?
Right.
The doctors say you can go back home, but only if you promise to rest. I was in the middle of a photo shoot I've got to get back to. But Jill is going to help Aunt May take care of you, okay?
Right.
Parker! Where are you, you wimp?
Flash! About Betty.
Yeah? What about her? You were right there, you little weasel. You didn't even lift a finger to help her. I can't believe I ever fooled myself into thinking that I could be friends with a weakling like you. It's those mutant freaks that live underground, in the sewers. Everyone knows it. Well, they're not going to take Betty away from me. I'll show them all. No one ever messes around with Flash Thompson's woman.
Parker?
Jonah! I
heard what happened, and I'm sorry. Betty was like a daughter to me. I want you to back off of the story, Parker. Just back off. Get some rest. You look terrible.
The new Spider-Man will handle this, Peter. You've got to believe that.
I do.
A short time later.
I really do.
We go now to our TV5 camera crew on the scene in Upper Manhattan as rising public unrest over the latest series of disappearances has brought about a gathering of angry citizens. It is rumored that the mutants dwell in tunnels beneath the city, and the angry mob is gathered at an entrance to the public sewer system.
I've got to do this. Even if my wife believes I've given up my alternate identity. I feel bad lying by omission to Mary Jane. But it could be the lizard, vermin, or even venom behind these disappearances. I've got to find Betty and pray I'm not too late.
Those are my people. And even though I don't want to directly disobey Storm, I'm not going to let the remaining Morlocks and most importantly, my mentor Callisto down. And any upworlders who get in my way, too bad for them.
Mutant freaks, they're killing us.
If the cops ain't gonna do nothing, we will.
Settle down, people. No one's gonna get hurt here tonight. The rumors of mutants living under the streets is a figment of the newsman's imagination. It's albino alligators living in the sewers.
What about my girl? My friend? She was taken by this thing, and I want to know what you're standing here is doing to help get her back. I'm not leaving until I get a chance to go after her.
Yeah, we're going in. Out of my way, copper, before I... What the...
The name is Marrow. I'm one of those mutants you all seem so anxious to meet. No human enters these tunnels alive.
See, it's them.
Kill her.
Kill them all.
If that's the way you want it, Upworlder, I can play that game if I have to. Hey, what the...
I was thinking that maybe we should all take a big breath and try to calm down. What do you say, folks?
Bert, I'm with the 85 Precinct. You shocked them into some sort of calm for now, hero. But it ain't gonna last. They're scared and they want blood. I'm not gonna be able to get enough cops down into these tunnels. So, if you're going to do something, I suggest doing it now. They're only human, for God's sake.
Exactly. Human. And I don't need any human in any costume to help me take care of this problem. Those are my people down there. They're in more danger than the surface dwellers. I'm going to find this thing that's causing you Upworlders to lose so much sleep, and I'm going to kill it. And if it turns out to be human, it will wish its death was a swift one.
Excuse me, but we need to talk before you go hunting. I don't want you to make any, and you'll have to excuse the pun, boneheaded mistakes.
Funny, human. Very funny. Remind me to feed on your own liver when I'm done here. Maybe I should have dealt with you last time we ran into each other. I won't make the same mistake twice.
Man, she is fast. But she does seem to have dispersed the crowd somewhat. Oh well.
Go for it, Spidey. I'll cover your back.
A short time later, in tunnels belonging to the mutant outcasts, known as the Morlocks.
Callisto, my friend, you were here. Recently. Your scent is fresh. You were hunting this thing, this monster, seeking to protect our people. Always seeking to protect them, No matter the risk to yourself, no matter how few of us there are left.
So, what kind of dangerous beast do we have? Bigfoot? The Yeti? A special prosecutor? Whoa!
Silence! I'm tracking and have no time for upworld humor.
Peace! Friends! Bygones! I do want to help. This thing, whatever it is, it has one of my friends as well. I'm sorry that you don't like my sense of humor, but it's the way I deal with things like this. Anyway, I know what you're going through.
No, you don't. You take off your mask and I'll bet you can pass in the upworld. I can't. None of us down here can. So don't tell me you know.
No!
It came from just ahead. Let's do it.
I was born down here. I grew up in these tunnels, and yet I have never seen this place. There is stench of evil about it.
Let's worry about that later. Right now, it looks like every missing person is accounted for. So why don't we get them out of here?
I don't care about the Upworlders. My only concern is for Callisto. She is everything to me. Teacher, mentor, friend.
There are others of our people scattered amongst the humans, kid. The disappearances started amongst us. I tried to track down who was doing this, but somehow he caught me off guard.
We'll make him pay, old friend.
Miss Brandt, I'll have you free in a minute.
Gotta get these people out now, Spider-Man. He hasn't hurt anybody yet, but something tells me he's about ready to...
He's here.
Bat? Mist? Who are we dealing with here? Dracula?
Who is this creature to whom your kind dare compare me? I am unique. I am hunger. You dressed in red. You sensed my arrival. There is power which courses through your veins. Never have I faced food with such might. This is a curiosity. What is this world into which I have been born? But these questions must be answered at a later time. For the cycle of feeding is upon me. Present yourselves for sacrifice.
Excuse me? Sacrifice? I believe...
Don't! No jokes. This is just another Upworlder feeding on my people. Prepare to die, human!
I believe not. What is this, my cattle fleeing before I have fed? This cannot be. What is this?
I was thinking that maybe it was time for a fight.
Fight? He needs to be dead.
No! There's always another way. Even if he is a vampire?
Vampire? I heard this word before. It somehow seems familiar. I would inquire more of this, but I must feed.
No!
What?
I've got him, Spidey.
You shall be first, young one. You too possess great power.
He's a vampire, Spider-Man. You said so yourself. You know the only way to kill one of them. A stake through the heart. Snap off the bone and use it. Do it, or he will kill me. That's it. Do it. Plunge it through his heart.
I can't.
Upworlder weakling.
You too shall have your turn.
I don't think so. I only said I want to kill you. I didn't say anything about rearranging your face.
You dare?
I'm thinking maybe you're not a vampire after all. There's something about you that just doesn't fit the profile. Most of them are there, but I'm not gonna kill someone who just looks like a vampire. If that makes me an Upworlder weakling, I can live with that.
How is this possible? This was not supposed to be. There's much I have to learn of this world I have been born into. Much I have to learn of the likes of you. Much I must learn of myself. There will be another day, webbed one. There will be other feasts.
I don't understand. Why would this human risk his life for? He was out there with the rest of them. I don't understand.
Because he's only human. You've got a lot to learn about us Upworlders, lady. A real lot.
Elsewhere.
Yes? This is Ward. They failed. Excellent. Apprehend and contain hunger. Again, he is useful to us. The Bugle story had been killed. The plan continues.
The new Spider-Man will handle the... Oh my gosh, I can't speak. The new Spider-Man will handle the... The new...
Oh my gosh. Folks? That's how I say it when it's written, okay? Do you want folks? Folks? I can do folks or folks. Which one do you want?